What's the mindset of the team?
I think excited to play. I liked our effort the last few games. I think it's exciting for guys getting down to basically the roster in the games. It's pretty fun to, it's the first time I got to play with, Goodrow and stuff like that and a few of the new guys. So it's good for everyone to get on the same page and, kind of see how the bench is going to run during the year, what guys are capable of, and what our team's going to look like. And, I still don't think we judge things like wins and losses, but, just want to feel good going into the season, and it's obviously better to do that with more of the guys in the lineup.
Speaking of playing with Goodrow, it seems like you're out there with him a couple shifts today. Still experimenting? What's that all about?
Yeah, obviously, preseason they're trying some things out, and we'll see. I think the good thing about our team is we've learned that everyone can play with everybody. He's a really easy guy to play with. From watching on the bench the last few games, I think. He's always in the right spot. He's got a good skill set where he can make those little plays and supports the puck well and knows where to be on the ice. And he's been real good, blocking some big shots and stuff like that. And I think he's been exactly as advertised. So, we'll see if we get to play together. It'll be fun. And you want to try to gain chemistry with everyone in preseason. And, I'm no different than anyone else.
Veterans generally tend to go on their own course during the preseason. They're working on different things, but you seem to have been zoned in pretty much from the first day. Are you approaching this camp any differently than any other camp?
Not really. Maybe that's just the way it's evolved. Being a little bit older now, knowing what it takes. But I just think that the buy-in level has got to start from day one. I think that everyone's kind of seen that. I keep repeating myself, but I think guys have said too that there's a real feeling of team above self this year. I think, and not that it was ever about individual stuff beforehand, but I just feel a real sense of everyone wants to win, everyone wants to be in those big games, and I just think it starts from the first game, and trying to get the habits down pat, try to get out some of the rust and all that stuff, and just try to gear up for opening night.
Do you think this attitude is a result of an accumulation of disappointment from the last year, or going back to the bubble maybe? Has that built up, do you think, within the guys who have been here for a few years now?
I think so. I think, like I said last time I sat here, it's disappointing watching the playoffs. And, we got guys that have been around the league, 8, 9, 10 years, and, things go by pretty fast. And you look at some of the skill we have and the opportunity in front of us this year, and I think we just want to grasp it. I think. I also think another big thing that we haven't really spoken too much about, but the last few years we've had tough starts, and we've been behind the 8 ball. And, when you're at Christmas time playing 500, there's always hope, but it's so hard in this league to jump over teams. And I think the start's going to be very important the first 5-10 games. And, we're not going to overreact to anything that happens. We've dealt with so much adversity here, but at the same time, I think it's important to get off to a good start. And, hopefully, at the camp, and I think the professionalism and the team attitude will help that out.
A lot of road games.
Yeah, which I think is good too. I think, obviously we thrive off our crowd. Even the preseason was pretty awesome to see a lot of faces in there, but it'll be good to get on the road. I think our team's going to have to learn how to win gritty road games. I think it's a good opportunity really to do it.
You had mentioned last week about the system being a little simpler, and I'm just wondering, can you elaborate on that a little bit? What does that actually mean? Is it chip it out instead of looking to make the perfect play? What does that entail?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's from what Turk's been saying is like a big thing is like the blue lines in and out. Don't mess around with it, especially at key times in the game. And I think when I say simplicity, it's more or less let's just not beat ourselves. Let's not shoot ourselves in the foot. We know we have skill to do it, but I think in these first few preseason games, you've seen guys chip the puck in more than we probably did in the last little while. So even in practice day, we did the drill, and you're allowed to go 2-on-2 and beat a guy, but I think guys are recognizing, listen, if we don't have anything, let's get it in and rely on our forecheck and our structure to make turnovers and get the puck back. And, we could talk about it all we want. It's about executing it, but I think its simplicity is more or less just not beating ourselves. And I think sometimes we've been a victim of getting out there and thinking too much versus just reacting to the game and using our feet and our instincts and turning pucks over as a result. So that's probably what I was referring to, and I'm sure most guys probably feel the same.
You were a young player not too long ago. Do you see the youth here starting to make that next step? Do you see them coming along with confidence?
Yeah, for sure. You see, you guys get to see the on-ice product, but we get to see the off-ice product too. I think Guys that have been in the dressing room for a year now. I mean, you're part of the team. You're one of the boys. It's a big difference from your first day when you walk in and you're a little bit nervous. You're in the NHL. You're trying to survive. You don't want to get sent down. You're trying to manage living away from home. You have so many distractions, and now you come in and you're an experienced guy. You've been around. You know what it takes. You've seen the road. You've seen the ups and downs, and I think that just makes any player, no matter who you are, feel more comfortable. And I know that I've gone through that, and I can already tell the poise and the way these young guys handle themselves already is so professional. They're so far ahead of the curve, and even more so after a summer of training and a full season in the NHL. And that bodes well for our team. And we need everybody from 1 to 23, and I think that's an important thing. And I think the young guys have definitely looked really good so far, and it's a great sign. We need everybody.
What do you see in Kakko's game as far as his improvement?
Yeah, he looks good. He looks quick, making plays. I think he's a little more assertive. I've been just trying to tell him, shoot the puck. He's got a great shot. When you get the opportunity, shoot it. Don't overthink it. Get to the net, get to the hard areas, and just play your game. I mean, he's got the skill set to do it. I think he probably learned the last 2 years what works, what doesn't work in the NHL. I think, like I said last time I was up here again, I think it's me and Panarin's job too to help him out a little bit, not just say he has to adjust to us. We have to adjust to him too. And I think we've done a good job of trying to get some chemistry, which certainly helps. And he looks good. He looks like he's ready to play. He looks confident, looks bigger, looks older, looks more mature. And, he's had a good preseason. So, like I said, these are all real positive signs for our team and for as a line and individually. And hopefully we can roll these things into the regular season.
Do you see your team being better this year? In what areas will you be better?
I think all over, honestly. I personally think that the preseason games I've played, I think we've got a real energy and a real boost from our third and fourth lines, which is real nice. Not that we didn't before, but I just feel like in the games when there's a bit of a lull, I've seen Reeves and Rooney and Blaze and Goodrow and those guys go out there and get some energy for us and be a big contributor. And I think you see in today's NHL, I mean, watching the playoffs last year, I mean, the lines 1 to 4 are so valuable. And I think that the more those guys provide that energy and that spark, just going to lift everyone else up. And I think that's going to be a huge thing for our team. I think, like I keep saying, from 1 to 23 or first line, fourth line, first pair D, third pair D, I think 2 goalies, it's literally going to take everybody. I think we have the team that can do that. I think we have a lot of depth. I think guys are accepting of their roles and are playing hard. And everyone's important. I think the one thing we want to emphasize to the team, too, is a block shot or a good face-off is just as important as a goal. And I think, sometimes those guys don't get recognized or in the media and stuff like that. But I think as a team, we realize that those are the winning things. And I think those are the things we're starting to try to create.
You said you advise Kakko to shoot the puck. Is that advice that might apply to you too?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. No, I think especially on the power play, I got to be more of a threat. I know I'm playing on the offside there, but we've talked about everyone being a threat on the ice, not just teams taking away Panarin, and it's been a little noticeable. So, yeah, I definitely got to shoot. I don't know if Panarin would agree. I think he wants the puck, but no, we all got to shoot the puck. We all got to be threats, and I mean, you look at the way he shoots in practice, Kakko. I mean, we want him to use it, especially coming off the offside, and not hesitate, get it on net, and.
Well, your shot's not too shabby.
Yeah, but I'm up here pumping him up today, so that's fine.